Okay, Happy New Year, 2021. Let's hope this year is a better year than last year. Before we start, I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. A massive thank you to all the students, all the parents, and all the instructors. Last year was a year I don't think any of us want to experience again. Very strange, very challenging, somewhat quite upsetting as well, you know, but we move on. Right then, we tried this last time. We did it for several months and it went okay. It is not ideal, this type of training. That's all I'm going to say to you. Not ideal. So the proposed plan, until we know exactly when we can reopen, we will be reopening as soon as the law says we can. So don't panic about that. We will do online training. So this week, what I propose to do is a full hour and a half. This session's going to be an hour and a half. During that hour and a half, we're going to start off. So we've had Christmas. We usually do this after we've had Christmas. You know, when we could run around on the mat, we could run and do all the exercise. Obviously, we've got to be mindful now. So my proposal is everybody does this session, this hour and a half session. But when I say stop, I'm going to ask some of the students to stop. And the reason being for that is that it'll be for the higher grades only. Okay, so I'm just setting the little clock on the wall so I know where we are. Right then, same rules as before really. Let's have safety. Personal safety is paramount. If we're going to practice or train in the house, let's make sure that mum and dads or parents or guardians know that you're training. Safe environment. Let's do it in a safe area where your parents have said, or your grandparents, etc. have said you can do it. Do not do it on each other. Do not do it with the brothers, sisters, and animals. Doesn't matter what. I want you to stay safe. Okay, I want everybody to stay safe. Okay, again. Right then. Let's start then. Bow. Okay, so let's get that head up now. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of these moves now. Okay, we're going to go up. And we're going to do these a couple of times because obviously we've had a good bit of time off. And down. So I hope everybody's had a good Christmas as best as we can. And up again. It's a nice big stretch, so we're looking straight up. And we're looking down. And we're going to look up again, third time. And down. Okay, we're going to take the head to the side now. Okay, as we take it to the side, big deep breath. And let's get a nice straight line with the shoulder blade. And relax. Take it to the centre first. Take it to the opposite side. Nice big deep breath. And relax. Bring it in. We can take it back over again. Good. And to the centre. And back over one more time. Good. Centre. Last time. Okay, so from there, what we're going to do now is we're going to take that head into the circle. Just 3 times one way, nice and slowly. Take it to the centre and 3 times the other way. Okay, remember, if anything hurts while we're doing these exercises because you've had a bit of time off, just stop straight away. Don't do it if it's hurting. That doesn't make sense that something's hurting. It doesn't make sense. Just obviously for health and safety, inside here there's only me in this building. I have to say that because of COVID rules. There's nobody else in this building, it's just me. It's pretty quiet. I can hear myself talk all the time. So, let's get that ear down now. Let's see if we can pull that ear down. Whilst we're looking forwards, we don't want to be looking down. Let's look forward, ear down, into the centre. And again, try and keep those shoulders balanced as well. There's no good bend in your back. Centre. Over to the side. Centre. To the side. Last time. Good. Okay, we're just going to take those shoulders forward. Nice little movements to begin with. So what we're looking for is nice straight back and shoulders. So we're literally rolling those shoulders forward. Once we've rolled them forward, we're going to roll them back a couple of times. and forwards. Okay, this time we're just going to really make those circles nice and big. Nice and big, keeping the head looking forward, another way. So we're going to make sure that we do it both ways. That's good. Okay, so from here, we're going to take either hand, it doesn't matter. We're going to take that arm, we're going to put it across the body. From here, we're just going to place the arm behind. No sudden pulls, don't pull it hard. And we're just going to gently pull that arm in. Okay, gently pull that arm in. Right then, so the categories I'm looking at are white, yellow, orange, greens, blues. Halfway through the video, I'll ask you to stop. Obviously, if you carry on, that's down to yourself, but what I'm doing is I'm advising you to stop. Some of the, and the rest of your senior grades, purple up to black belt, you can carry on. When we do these exercises, I'm going to give you little exercises to do on top for the senior grades. So for this one, for the senior grades, pull that arm out, so that's purple belt and above, and turn that way. So you're looking, so you're getting a good stretch. Okay? If it starts to hurt when you pull it to this side, stop. Okay, let's relax. So we're going to do exactly the same with the opposite side. So white to blue, nice and relaxed. Let's get that hand nice and straight, and we're looking straight ahead. Blue to black. Let's turn that head. Any difficulties breathing, or if it gets too tight, turn it back so there's no obstruction on the neck or the airway. Okay, relax. We're going to do that 3 times again. So white to blue, centre, look straight ahead. Seniors to the side. And change. Same again, white to blue, centre. And change. Last time. Yes, I'm going to say it again, white to blue, centre, senior grades. And the reason I'm doing that is for safety, to make sure that you all understand that sometimes we can all get ourselves hurt, we can all hurt ourselves. So safety, swapping over into the centre, looking straight ahead, whites to blues, senior grades, turn to the side. Okay, relax there, good. Right, from there, what I'm going to ask you to do is make yourself your hands. We're going to not interlink your hands, don't want any interlink at all. We're just going to hold our hands. And we're going to pretend that there's a big huge ball here. Okay? Big huge ball, like the balls we have in the unit. Okay, I'll just go and get one now very quickly so you can see. Okay, so what we're doing is thinking we've got this big ball. And we're just going to pretend that we've got this big huge ball here, and we're just giving it big hugs and tight. So without that ball, all we're looking at doing is from this, and we're just looking, pretending we're squeezing that ball. So we're just pulling all those muscles out now and waking everything up. So big squeeze of that ball, it's big and round. No good with your arms down here, your elbows down here, elbows up high, big squeeze. If you want to, grab hold of that part of your hand, the wrist, and we're squeezing, good. And relax. We're going to do that 3 times. Big squeeze. 3, 2, 1. And last time. Big squeeze. Squeezing in with that back, nice and tight. 3, 2, and 1. Good, good, good. Just shaking those shoulders. Right then, from there, so we're still on the shoulders. We're going to want to move one arm forward. It's up to you which one goes forward. Okay, it doesn't matter. It can be either one that goes forward. And what I want you to do with that one is I want you to take that one round at least 3 times. Now, if there's any pain up here, or you've got any pain underneath here, I don't want you to do this exercise. Okay? I've got a couple of coughs because I've just ran here and it's quite cold and dry out there, so don't panic anybody. Right then, so we're going to take one forward. Here's the fun part. Once that one's going forward, I want the other one to go backwards. Okay? So forwards and backwards. Okay, both arms, swap that over. I want you to do that for about 5 to 10 seconds because it's going to take a couple of seconds for it to go up here. Because it's a hard task for your brain to take in 2 different upper body limbs, 2 different directions. Alright? Students, if you want some fun, ask your parents to do it with you. You'll see, it is a hard task. Alright, so from there we're going to work on the waist. I'll just move back a little bit. So, feet shoulder width apart, nothing too stretchy, feet flat on the floor, nice and relaxed. And all I want you to do is place your hands by your sides. Right, for this exercise, a lot of people bend the front forward. I want your back nice and straight. And all I'm going to ask you to do is slide down that leg to where you're comfortable. and when you can't go any further. That's all I'm asking. Once you've done that, keep it there for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Nice and slowly come back up. Into the centre, we're going down the opposite side. Again, look at that back, nice and straight back. No leaning forward or going backwards. It's nice and straight back, going down. Once we've gone as far as we can, let's hold it there for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly to the centre. Let's go back down the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come back up. And the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time now, gang. All the way down. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good effort, nice and slowly. Okay, with those hands and those hips. So we've all done this, we want circles. So with the circles, we want to keep those feet nice and planted on the ground, like a big huge tree root. And we're just going to push around. So there's no good pushing your knees around. We want the hips to go around. Big movements in those hips. Once you've done 3 one way, we're going to do 3 the other way. Once we've done that, we're just going to shake off. Feet flat on the ground again. And we're going to do 3 one way. 3 the other way. And we're going to shake off. And we're going to do 3 the other way. And we're going to finish off with that 3 this way. Okay, we're just going to shake there. Nice and relaxed. Good, good, good. Okay, okay. So from there now, we're just going to go to the knees. Now, I've seen some of you really push on those knees. I don't want any pressure on the knees. All I want you to do gently is just shake those knees and gently, you don't even need to use your hands, just push those knees back. Not lock them back, just push them back gently. Or just use your own power in your legs. Come back up, shake the legs, and again, come down a little bit further this time. There you go. We're doing this slowly, gang, slowly. And last time. 3 times for everything. Okay. And just shake. Right, throughout this exercise, make sure you've got a drink there. I forgot to mention, sorry. Obviously the drink, if you're training on the floor, don't spill anything on the floor just in case you slip. It's exactly the same as the dojo. Alright, so I'm just going to have a quick drink of me herbal tea. New year, new start and all that business. Alright, so we're going to go to bottoms now again. First of all, we're going to go to those knees. We're going to go left and right, so we're going to work those legs. So, okay, so onto your flats. We want the flat of the foot, as you can see. So we're just going to do a little bit of a stretch, nothing major. So in the lessons, some of you fall over. And you think when you fall over, that's your exercise done. Actually, that's not what we're looking for. So the exercise is not to fall over, either backwards or sideways. Okay, so the exercise is just to get that balance, it's a centre of balance. We're also stretching the big thigh muscles and all the muscles down here in the feet. And we're going to come up slowly. We're going to go to our knees slowly. Sorry, onto our toes. And we're just going to gently, nice gentle movements. And we're going to come back up. Flats of our feet. And lean back. Keeping the hands, if we can, in the centre. There's no need for the hands to move. And back up. Onto the toes. And back down. Just to stretch. So you're actually stretching your toes and your feet muscles. And last time. Okay, once you get quite good at this, you'll be able to lift your knees off the floor and still keep the balance. That's the object. That is what we're looking for. And flat. Okay, good. Right then, we're going to go to our backs. Okay, so I'll go this side so you can see everything that's happening. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is feet flat on the floor. As nice as close to your bottom as possible. Don't put them out here, bring them nice and close to your butt. Your hands placed on there. Never ever put your hands to the side of your head and lift your head, because what you're doing there is you're pulling your muscles in your necks and your bones, oh, and it hurts. And when you get older like me, it really does hurt. So let's get those hands flat on those legs. What I'm looking for is a sit-up, yeah? Now, the sit-up I want from you now is we're isolating the muscles in your belly, so we're just going to work on some of these muscles. Yeah, so we've all had lots of cooked dinners, lots of sweets and cakes and chocolate over Christmas, well, I know I have, alright? So let's get rid of that belly now. So hands flat here, we're literally just going to take the hands up to the knee, and we're going to put in our stomach muscles, and we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, and back. Okay, we're going to go back up. Once we get to the top there, hold that belly, 3, 2, 1, and back. We're going to go for the last one now, ready? Up we go, fingers to the knees, 3, 2, and 1, and we're going to come back down. Okay, so from there we're just going to do a couple more stretches. We're going to bring one of the legs, doesn't matter which one, we're just going to bring that in, and we're going to rest the other one. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll show you from this position. So put one foot leg down flat, and one knee in. Okay? So one leg down, one knee in. Right then, so when some of you pull this leg forward towards your chest, you're lifting your leg. Again, that's not what we're looking for. So we're looking for a good stretch now. All these muscles in these legs and your hips stretch. So let's put that leg down and keep that leg nice and straight and as close to the floor as possible. What we're looking for is that leg on the floor. We're giving this knee a good pull, nice and gentle pull. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to let that one go. Then we're going to come on to the other one. Going to grab that knee. Same again, if this leg's up in the air, it's not working. Let's get that leg flat, pulling in. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, it might be that some of us, we're all built differently. Okay, our bodies are all built differently. So it might be that we can't get any up here. All I would say to you is, if you can get that leg there, grab hold of your trousers, right, and just grab hold of the trousers and pull that up then. As long as we can keep that leg straight. Now if it means that your leg will only come to there, that's fantastic, good effort. Just raise that back up slightly, and eventually what will happen is your leg will start to stretch and you'll come down. And once you've done that, you'll start to grab hold of the knee. And once you've done that, you'll pull it in tight. So we've done that one. So I want you to practice and do that one 3 times as well. Once we've done that one, we're going to go for the long leg stretch. Long leg stretch. And what that is from here, we're going to place one leg on the floor, we're going to raise one leg. Doesn't matter which one to begin with. From here, 2 hands behind this leg. If you want, entwine or interlink your fingers. Now look at that straight away. As soon as my knee comes up, look at this leg. This leg wants to come up and play. Let's get that leg down, nice and straight. And what we're looking at doing is just giving this a good, just a nice big stretch. That's all we're looking at doing. Okay, once you've done that, let's put that one down. Bring the other one up, hand behind, link, and there we are, good stretch. Nice, good stretch. We're going to hold these between 5 and 6 seconds, no more than that. What we're looking at doing as you get older and we get more advanced, we can hold them between 10 to 20 seconds. It all depends what type of stretch we want really. Okay, we're going to swap over. We're going to bring this one up. After a couple of these, it'll get a lot easier. We've just got to practice and just teach the brain and the body what to do now. Remember, we're in charge of the body. And relax. Again, with these techniques, any pain, stop, don't do. Relax. And last time, relax. Okay, good. Placing those feet flat on the floor again. Right, we're looking at stretching now, good stretches. So all I'm going to ask you to do, I'll move around so you can see what I'm doing. And all I'm doing now is just stretch all the legs down here but I want to concentrate on this bit as well, all the top areas. So we do a little game. It's like a crab, but it's upside down. Okay, so we do this an awful lot when we do it, when you practice judo, because it's good for those stretches. And when somebody throws you onto the floor and you don't want to get a point, you lift your back up, and once you lift your back up, there is no point scored. Yeah, so that's why when you see the judo people, when they go to the floor, if they hit the back on the floor and the person's there and they're throwing them, that's a full point. Yeah, competition done and over with. But when they land, they'll land like this. So the big pushes. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to practice and strengthen that back muscle. So feet flat on the floor. And all I want you to do is nice and slowly, just find where you're comfortable with. Once you're comfortable there, bring your hands in. And you're just going to bring that back up a little bit more. So you're going to feel some pressure on your thigh muscles and a little bit of tightness in your back. That's fine, because then we're going to go back out. So we use your shoulder blades. Okay, so we're just going to, from there, we're just going to sit up and touch the toes. So we're just tightening that back muscle, that's all we're doing. We're going to go back down, we're putting those feet on the floor. Guess what we're doing again? We're going to come up, using those out shoulders. Let's get nice and flat, keep the flat feet on the floor. 3, 2, 1, we're keeping that bum off the floor, and let's go out with those shoulders. So we're using, strengthening our back muscles. Feet flat, come back up, and touch the toes. So again, all we're doing is we're just tightening and releasing, tightening and releasing. And we're going to go back down again. Feet flat. Let's go. Here, 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 here. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. And nice and slowly walk out. So the last one, we come up and we touch the toes. Okay. So there we go. A couple of stretches there. We're going to go to the advanced stretch now where we're really going to start stretching. From here, we go flat, feet on the floor. Okay, white to blue belts. What I'm looking at you doing, the reason I'm pointing this way, is that you can see what I'm doing. I'm facing this way, sorry. Okay, so white to blue belts. What I want you to start doing is, where your shoulder blade is there, I just want you to start stretching a little bit further. Now I know this doesn't look difficult, but you'd be surprised. And each time you touch something, try and go a little further. So when I was taught this, what I was taught was that if we have somebody with a piece of paper here and lines, and when I stretch I might hit number 9 on this one, and then I'm looking at number 9 on this one so we can get it equal. Then I might think, right, I'm going to go for number 10 now, we can bit of a bigger stretch and we can go for number 10. And we go for number 10 on this one. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for from the white to the blue belt. So we're just looking at stretching. So getting our body used to going opposite sides, flat on the floor, flat on the floor. And when we start coming back into the groundwork, when we're allowed to do more groundwork, you'll see how this works. Okay, so you're going to do that 3 times. Yeah. Get to a certain number, then you're going to practice it another 3 times, and then a third 3 times. Alright, so 3 sets of 3. And each time you've got to go a little bit further. Right, purple belts to black belts. What I'm looking from yourselves is, nice and simple first one. It's here, it's here. Next set, you'll do that 3 times. Next set, we're just going to come a little bit over, we're going to push. Look what we do with our hips. As I'm pushing with my hips, I'm going to throw myself over this way. A little bit of a stretch, back down, a little bit of a stretch, back down. 3 times again. Okay, using that technique. The biggest one is we're really going to extend that body and those muscles. So what we're looking for this time is from here, let's get one hand up, lift the bum, real big stretch and roll over onto this shoulder. Really big stretch. Look at the difference there now. So we're really stretching that muscle in that body. Because if you think about it, that's where we were a minute ago, and now we're all the way over there. And back down. Big deep breath. Again, we're going to roll onto this shoulder and lean. Big lean. and relax nice and slowly. Okay, so we're looking at 3 times with that technique. So 3 times for the whites, the blues, 3 times we're just leaning over and just touching. You're still working hard because what I want you to do is just get that little bit of a space. Now it could be somebody got a piece of paper with lines or a ruler, or somebody puts a little sticker on the floor, only if you're allowed to do that, okay? No using pens on the carpet, right? Do not do that. I don't want to get into trouble from parents for that one. The next step up, okay, is for the senior grades. Now the reason I'm saying for the senior grades is because you've done more techniques where we're stretching. Yeah, you've done more techniques where you're using your upper body to roll. So what I'm looking for there is that hyperextension, that really big, and what that's actually going to do as well, believe it or not, is give you the confidence when you start getting to your senior grades. Now you've seen all the black belts, the adults and the students, junior students, when they do the forward roll, they've started to extend now. So they roll a lot further. Yeah, that's because the confidence and throwing themselves onto the side because they've done this exercise here from the side. That's all that is. Okay? Right. So just if you get, remember if you need a quick drink, grab a quick drink. I am. Okay, let's go back. Right then, so we're going to go to our bums. So you're thinking, oh God, there's a lot of stretches here, but we want to practice these as much as we can now, because what I want to do when we get back into the club is I want to start getting really active. Yeah, we've had this last couple of months where it's just been technique, but as soon as hopefully these vaccines work and we can get going, I really want to get stuck into this. Yeah, for all your sounds, because you've been very, very patient. So let's go. Feet. I'm going to push those toes forward. And we're going to pull those toes back. When the toes are coming back to us, okay, really pull those toes so those toes are looking at me. When I'm pushing them away, the toes are looking away. We're going to do that 3 times. To me and away. To me and away. Alright, once we've done that, we're going to keep them punching straight up into the air. We're going to push 1 away and 1 towards. And then we're going to swap those. So again, what we're doing is we're working the ankles. Okay, 3 times of those. And once we've got that, my favourite, we're going to bring those 2 toes together. Let me just sit back a little bit so you can see. There you go. So we're going to bring those 2 toes together and we're just going to pull the ankles out. Pull the ankles out, so we're just stretching the top part, then we're going to pull the ankles in, the bottom part, and we're going to pull those toes out. So we look like a penguin. Alright? So we're going to do that 3 times as well. Remember, nice and relaxed. If we rush our stretches and our techniques, that's when we get injured. And you'll see a lot of people get injured because they don't stretch properly. Okay, so we're going to come up. Alright. Okay, the hands. So, we're just going to squeeze and open. Open and squeeze, open and squeeze, open and squeeze. Okay, so, I know this looks silly, but this is how we used to train in the good old days. We're just going to use each individual finger, we're going to widen them up, and we're going to really stretch them, because it might be that some of you can't use these little fingers. Alright, some people, when you try and ask them to think of one finger, the hand does this. So we need to work on the thumbs. Next one down, next one down. Here it gets a little bit tricky, next one down. Okay, just those, get that little finger in the way. It's a nuisance on those, and then the little fingers. Okay, what we're doing there, open and close, open and close. It's like a crab. Then we're going to wiggle the fingers like a piano. Okay, then we're going to start moving the wrists around. Okay, we're going to move the wrists the other way. Okay, then we're looking at doing an 8, figure of 8. So what we're doing now is getting all these muscles in this wrist nice and warm, and we're going for the figure of 8 on the other one. Figure of 8, nice and relaxed. Figure of 8. Okay, hands together, we're not praying, we're just doing this stretch exercise. So hands from here, so they're touching, We're going to come into the centre, and we're just a little bit of a pressure, so we're pushing down a little bit, and we're going to bring them back, so we twist there, we're going to push them down so we relax, we're going to come up a little bit higher, and we're going to push down, then we're going to turn them upside down and push down again. So if you feel a little bit sore here, it's because we're waking up our muscles. Yeah, last one. Okay, down and push. Alright, so if you want to do any other exercises with those, it might feel stiff now. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just we're waking them up. So give your hands a good shake. Good shake there. Alright then. Okay, let's start getting these fists. So we're looking at a normal fist. So what we're looking at now, big strong fists, as we've said. We started to watch some students, and as they're punching with different parts of the fist. So we are going to your basics. Front two knuckles here, that's what makes the target. That there. That is going to make the impact with the target, not the other side. These are not strong enough, unless they've got years and years of punching bags. Yeah, this one's exactly the same. These two knuckles are front two knuckles. Okay, that's where it's going. The reason being, if you see that now, this is straight. If we start going towards a target and want to hit with these bones here, look what's happening now. You're weakening the wrist, and as soon as you make contact, crunch. All right, but if we know that we're going for the straight target, that will not bend. It's a straight line to those two bones, and it's straight in. Okay, so just going to sit nice and relaxed from here. Just going to do those punches. Right then, punches, don't be hitting anybody. I find that if you have a mirror to look at, it's great. Right, if you're allowed, only if you're allowed, ask your parents if you're allowed. Get some micropore or a little white tape or a coloured tape down the centre of the mirror. Only do that with the parents' permission. What I want you to do then is, that centre of the line is where your nose should be, where your Adam's apple, where your belly button, and straight down. So it's one straight line. And if that's one straight line, these fists are either side of that line. And when they come in, they're punching forward. Now when we punch, if we stay either side of that line, look what's going to happen. We miss. So if the nose is in the centre of the line, those fists are either side of the line, that's where we're going. We're going straight forward, and we're hitting that line, not hitting the mirror. We come away from the mirror, make sure that before we punch out, we can make sure that the mirror is nowhere near our fists, and we come back. You can use anything. It doesn't have to be a mirror. It can be somebody holding a pad, somebody holding a pillow. Anything at all. Yeah? Somebody holding a teddy bear, as long as you're allowed. So from there, we're looking at straight punches. Straight punches. Straight punches. Okay. Shoulders. If we move the shoulder first, look what happens. It's a giveaway. Yeah? So good solid stance, keep those shoulders still, and throw the fist out, not the shoulder. Once you throw the shoulder out, elbow comes in, and you go into a back fist. Then you're asking for a lot of pain in those wrists. So fists out straight away. So from here, there's the target in front, look in front, punch. Okay? Right then. Body positioning. We ask you to step back. You always step back into that fight. If you're defending yourself, always step back. And the reason we step back, as I've explained, we get this stance. And this is your fighting stance, your ready stance. Yeah? If we step forward, we become an aggressor as well. Yeah? And your brain will either fight or flight. And what that means, it'll either panic and not do anything, or become the aggressor. We don't want that. What we want is the hands open. Look, stop it. Leave me alone. As we've done that, we've stepped into a stance. So when we're here now, when we're in this angle here, when we step into that stance, we give the target half. All right? We're giving the opponent only half a target. If I'm standing here, I give the opponent, the nasty person, the full target. Hands up, or fists up, we give them half the target to train with. Yep. So again, I want you to practice that, because we have been noticing when we say left leg in front, you get this impression of legs in front. So let's push that leg in front. We want those legs to step forward. And that's all we're looking for. Good stances, feet, shoulder width apart, good stance. Happy? Right then, hammer fist. Let's look at these hammer fists. So from here, I want you to put your left leg in front, fists up, and I want you to use your front fist. Now this is the other thing. If my left leg is in front, my left fist will be in front. Left leg, left fist. This will be my front punch. Yeah, so there's my jab. This is my back leg, this is my back punch. So front punch, back punch. If we change legs, we've changed fists and position. So again, from here, front punch, back punch. So they've changed. Because my right leg's in front now, my right fist's in front, that becomes the jab, becomes my front punch, and this one, the back one, becomes my back punch to the cross. Happy? So, from here, once I swap legs, we've swapped arms, so we swap the names of them. Okay? So, left leg in front, we're looking at front punch, back hammer fist. Right, we're looking at our target again, my friends. So, punch, it's in the centre of the target. Hammer fist. Right, with this hammer fist, if we bring this arm all the way up to come down on a hammer, look what happens. As soon as I move this and move it around, that person that's in front of me is going to see it. Clearly see what's coming around. And when this comes around, they're going to block or get out of the way. So it doesn't make its target. Alright, so from here, punch, bring the arm back. Here, down. It's hiding it. So here, punch, as we punch, bring it back, down. It's a lot quicker, and what you're doing is you're actually getting it ready with that punch. So here, if you know you're going to hammer fist after the punch, down. Yep, you'll see the black belts, they do that, it's because they've had years of training, that's all. Yeah, you're just as good as them, but you've just got a little bit of time to learn. So we're going to swap over, and again, we're going to use our right leg in front now, we're going to punch with the right. As we're punching with the right fist, bring the left, back, hammer fist. So here, hammer fist. So we're speeding things up. What we're not doing is punch, hammer fist. We're actually reducing one move. So that's one, that's two, that's three. Now, there's one, there's two. Happy? When we do the hammer fist, bring this fist out of the way. So, out of the way. So what we're going to start doing is, I'm going to start teaching you more of the traditional stuff as well. Okay? Adults want to start learning it, and so that's fine, it's not a problem at all. So as well as all the old stuff, we'll teach the new stuff as well. So again, we punch, we bring it down, as we bring it down, we strike. There it is. Okay? So again with this one, we punch, we bring it down. So you're coming down, hammer fist, underneath. Okay? So, quick drink. Bear with me 2 seconds, I think the front door's opened with the wind. I'll just go and close that. Right, I'm back. It sounds horrible out there. Doesn't sound nice at all. Right. Okay then, let's do a couple more moves. Again, this is all of us now, so we're just getting these techniques in. I know the senior grades, they do this and they smack, very effective, very fast, if it hits the target. So let's do this traditional stuff first of all, and find these lines and squares, and we know we're safe. Let's go for the blocks now. We've all done these blocks, let's practice these blocks. So our feet shoulder width apart, we bring our fist to our side. Now when we bring the fist to the side, we don't keep them here. And what we're doing is, we're bringing them back. So we're actually pulling all that muscle back, ready to go. So we start on the left, and we start with the rising blocks. And the reason they're called rising, because they're rising up into the air. They're going upwards. Right, rising block. So this is my left, but when you're looking at me, it's going to be your right. I'll turn around in a minute and face the other way so you can see. What we've got to make sure now is, I'm looking like you now, so this is the target, and this is where that nasty person is trying to punch. Now if I bring that arm up, up there, yeah, you can see what's happening. They're still punching the face. They've still got that target and it's there, they can hit me. So what we're going to ensure now, make sure, is that when we do block that face, nice and high, nice and high, nice and high. Okay? So again, if we use that mirror or we have somebody standing in front of us, we can do this, and it's a little bit of fun, a point system. Now, we have this little bit of fun in here, and if you don't do it right, it's a press up, and it's a sit up, it's a press up, it's a sit up, and that is not to make you do lots of hard work. It's a bit of developing you. That's what I call it, parents' development. So from here, if somebody's with you, and you do that one, which is perfect, that's fine, and then you do that one. If they say 1 or 2, 1 could be a push-up, 2 could be a sit-up. So it's a little bit of fun as well. Yeah, you're getting fitter. Right then, so we're happy with the 1 and 2. Then we're going to go into the 3 and 4. Now the 3 and 4 protects this area here. Okay, again we're starting with the left. So we're coming across the body. Now when we come across the body, if I just throw this across, look at the angle that's at now. So I need it across the body. Across the body. Your hips will start to turn, but keep on looking ahead. Because you need to see where the nasty person is. Happy? 3 and 4. 5 and 6. Now this is the one that confuses people. Because we've got to come across the body and we've got to bring them out. And if you think about it, if somebody's trying to hit me, this one, 3 and 4, I'm pushing away. Okay, I've just pushed away. Pushed away. Well, number 5 and 6, if 3 and 4 don't work, and as we've done that block, we've missed them, 5 and 6 is just pulling them back. Alright, we've missed them, pulling them back. But it might be we've done a punch, and we need to pull them back. So that's where we're teaching you how to block. Yeah? So we're going to start with the left again. Left comes down and across. And across. Notice the hand. Every time it blocks, it comes back to the target. Every time. It's setting it. Yeah, it's setting it ready to go. To go. To go. Okay? 7 and 8, very happy, you do this all perfectly. From here, we throw that arm up and down. So remember that little knee, the B on the knee, we try and take that B off the knee. That's all it is, you can remember it when you were little, and again here. The problem with this one sometimes is that when we block, we do that. We do that. Not blocked anything, remember, but this technique, number 7 and 8, is mainly for kicks or punches to the lower area of our body. So if I do that and somebody's trying to kick me here, doesn't block. If I do that, it's blocked. Blocked. Okay? Again, look at this one. It's back ready to go. This one, back ready to go. It's there ready to go. Okay? So, with me. Okay, okay? Okay, for 1, nice and high. 2, nice and high. 3, across. 4, across. 5, across. 6, across. 7, there it is, across that body. 8, across that body. Okay? So, lots of techniques there. What I'd like the whites to blue belts to do is just practice those basic techniques. The basic techniques. You are doing them really, really, really well. Just that when we speed things up, the brain doesn't like to work that fast sometimes, so it doesn't want to do it that fast. So the blue belts, or the purple belts and above have all had this training, and they've had to do it fast, then they go back down to doing it slow, then they go back up to doing it fast. The reason for that is a thing called muscle memory. This brain likes to be told what to do. Okay, okay? So, blue belts, what I'm going to ask you to do, well, white, yellows, orange, green and blue. That's you done. Okay? If you want to sit down and watch the rest of it, that's not a problem at all. All I would say to you is be very, very careful of practicing anything you're going to see from now. I don't really want you to practice the rest because it gets a little bit more difficult, and I don't want you to panic. Yeah, you sometimes panic when things start to happen too much or you have too many moves to do. That's our job, is to take you up to that next stage. And we can do that, it's not a problem, and we'll do it with fun. Right, so I'm going to bow to you lot, whites to blues, not a problem at all. Okay, now what I'm asking for, okay, is a little bit more fitness from yourselves. Health and safety, purples, purple and whites. Alright, what I'm asking for now is 5 press-ups, 5 sit-ups and 5 star jumps. Off you go. Browns, third cue, second cue and first cue. That's all the brown belts with the 1 stripe and the 2 stripes. What I'm looking for now is 20 press-ups, 20 sit-ups, 20 star jumps. Go. Black belts, I want 30 of each. 30, 30, 30. Okay, and you go now. I'm not going to go anywhere because I'm going to encourage you now while you're doing all these techniques. If you think, why are you giving me those techniques and you're not doing anything? Once I've done this training session with yourselves, I'm in the gym, I'm going to do a training session. I went to work this morning, 7 o'clock, and I did 3 miles running. So it's still there, it's very, very hard, you lot. It's very hard to get motivated. But we've got to keep on getting motivated, especially in these times. It's not nice, but we can beat it, gang. We'll beat it. So come on, let's go. 30 for the black belts, 20 for the brown belts, and the rest, you know how many you've got. Let's go, come on, come on, come on. Sorry, I've got to have a drink. Talking makes your throat dry. Very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Quickly. Okay, good, good, good. 5. Should be finishing 4. Should be finishing 3. Should be finishing 2. And 1. Good. So, we're going to bow, you lot, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe. You need a drink.